Hello everybody, welcome back to When Down Syndrome Meets Autism. My name is Brandy, and for those of you who are new to my channel, I have a 15-year-old little boy who was born with Down syndrome and who also has autism. He will be 16 this month, which I absolutely cannot believe. Time passes so quickly. Anyways, I hope that you all had a wonderful weekend, and I'm so happy to see you here again. Welcome to my home. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we are going to make one of these. I saw on Facebook a while back this guy. Of course, everybody's on Facebook, right? Everybody sees everything on Facebook. But anyways, one of my biggest pet peeves is when my husband shaves and all those nasty little hairs get down in the sink and he doesn't wash them out. So I saw this thing one day on Facebook and I was just fascinated. It was this man shaving and he had on this bib thing and it went around his neck and then it like suction cupped to the mirror. And that way, all of the nasty little hairs went into the bib instead of in the sink. And I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. So I thought about that for a while. And when Dale eats, he eats with gusto. I mean, he totally enjoys his food, which is great because for years, his food had to be blended. And then we had to round out his nutrition with like Ensure and stuff like that. So now that he can eat normal textures and normal foods, it's fantastic. I want him to eat as much as he wants. I want him to love his food. Because, I mean, if you had to drink Ensure 3 meals a day for 10 years, you'd enjoy your food too. But the only thing is, when he does eat, food goes everywhere. It's all over the floor, especially if it's something like rice or pasta, which are two of his favorite foods. But it goes all over the floor, all over him, all over the table, all over the chair. And when we're eating dinner out, that can be a problem. I waited tables when I was in college, and I don't want to be that family that walks in and everyone says, oh my gosh, I don't want them in my section. You know, that kid is messy. He gets stuff everywhere, da-da-da-da-da. So I like to clean things up. And plus, it's good for Dale. I mean, it can't feel good to have all kinds of stuff down your front and all over your shirt. So I started thinking about bibs, and I started thinking about the man that was shaving on Facebook. And there had to be a way that we could do that with a bib. And it came to me when my mother-in-law was visiting one year. She helped me make these bibs with a tea towel. Just a regular plain old tea towel, and we cut a hole in it for Dale's head, and then we put lining around the hole. And we made a bunch of those bibs and sent to school for that year around the holiday time. And they were just long enough that they could go under his plate. So I thought, why not make the bibs and make them long enough to where we can tuck them under his plate and make a little pocket down in there. And that way when he eats, instead of the food falling into his lap or into the floor, it would fall into that pocket. And when he got done eating, we could just shake out the pocket, shake out the bib, wash it out, and throw it in the laundry. And 3 meals a day, a bib each meal, we would need at least 3 bibs a day. And if we used the plain regular, dollar tea towels from the local store, that would be relatively inexpensive. So that's what we did. And it came in really, really handy. They're small enough that you can tuck them in your child's bag when you go out to dinner. They're easy enough that you can make a lot of them at once. You can even send some to school with your child. You can take them when you go places. You can leave them at home for whenever the child's eating at home. They're not uncomfortable. They're not cumbersome. They're just a really, really good thing to have. And we've used them long enough now that we've got the process streamlined to where I can make one in about 10 to 15 minutes. And even on your first try, I'd be willing to bet you could make one in under 30 minutes. Now, you do really need a sewing machine for this. I will admit that the first few times that I made these, I did not have a working sewing machine. So I hand sewed them. And that is possible, and it's really not that difficult to hand sew them, but it is a lot easier and a lot less of a pain in the butt if you do have a sewing machine. So I will tell you, it's not impossible, but it's easier. And I do a fair bit of sewing now, so I have my own sewing machine, and I can make one of the bibs very, very quickly with one. But even hand sewing the bib, I'd say you can still do it in less than 30 minutes. So you do need a few items that I am going to gather up, and I will meet you back here when I have my items gathered up, and I'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. I have all my items together, and I will tell you right now the things that you need to make these bibs. You're going to need an ironing board and a hot iron. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a marker, straight pens, your tea towel, or some people call them hand towels or face towels. They're not a washcloth and they're not a big towel. They're that kind of in-between size that people use in their kitchens. You usually see them hanging on people's stoves in their kitchens. So you're going to need one of those, and you're also going to need a long strip of fabric. And since I do my own fair share of sewing, I will get the little scraps of fabric that they have at the sewing stores and at Walmart and different places like that. And usually they're anywhere from 75 cents to $1. Dale really, really likes Minions. So I picked up some Minions fabric the other day. But if you don't sew very much, there's something called bias tape. And it's already folded. You can actually pick up the widest bias tape they have and use that. Now, it comes in colors, but it doesn't come in cute prints. But really, the bib is more functional than cute anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I have all of my items together, and I am going to show you the very first thing that we do is we take the towel, and you're going to want to draw a circle. Now, the easiest way to draw the circle is to take something round like a bowl that make the opening big enough to where it'll fit over your child's head. But take a bowl, put it where you want the head opening to be, and draw around it. As you can see, I have already made a circle in this one. I've drawn it with my marker, and I have made my circle. And I already have a bib that has the head hole cut out. Now, I can tell you that I am tempted to cut corners. I'm really, really bad about that. So I did try to use some of these bibs just like this without putting the lining around the neck, and they frayed like crazy. I only got about 2 uses out of them, and as much as you wash these, you really don't want that. So take the extra step and put the lining around it. So now you're going to take your long strip of fabric, and really don't measure it, just eyeball it. This is what's going to go around the neck. So you want it to be a little bit longer anyway than the neck hole, so you can cut off whatever you don't use. But just eyeball it, cut it as thin or as thick as you want. I really like mine kind of in the middle. But what you want to do with this, on each side here, you're going to have jagged edges from where you've cut. So you want to fold each side down just like this and iron it. And that's going to give it a nice crease, and that's also going to give you a nice even surface to work with over here. So you're going to want to go over to your hot iron, take your strip of fabric, and like I said, each long side, take the hot iron and just iron it down, and that's going to give it a really nice crease. And then take the other side and iron it down, and that'll give it a nice crease on that side, and that will enable you to pin it a lot easier. Excuse me, I almost threw my iron on the floor. So go ahead and iron it the whole length of the fabric. You want to iron each side down to give it that nice crease and give it that nice straight side to work with. So go ahead and do that. And I will see you back here in just a minute to pin the items down. Hi, welcome back. I have the hole cut in my bib, and I also have started pinning my fabric to the bib. And what you want to do is take your now ironed fabric, find where the very back of your bib, where the neck hole is, and start pinning your lining onto it. So what I've done, I've taken my iron minion fabrics, I folded it over, and I pinned half to this side and half to this side. So you want each side to be about equal in how you've pinned it, and you want to do that all the way around your neck hole. And that way there's lining all the way around the neck hole. And once you have it nice and pinned, take it to your sewing machine and sew it on. And you want to get it on to where, you know, washing is not going to take it off. You want it to get nice and secure. So go ahead and sew it on, and I'll see you back here in a little bit. And we are done. We have a nice, beautiful, functional bib that your child can use, that you can fold up and take with you, and that you can throw in the washing machine and bleach the heck out of it whenever you need to. So I can guarantee you these are going to help make your life a lot easier. If any of you have any thoughts on how to make life easier, or if you have any little tips and tricks like this, I would love for you to share them in the comments section. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. And I hope to see you again soon here at this channel. Please enjoy the very next clip of Dale enjoying his new bib and eating. Hi everybody, welcome back. Here is the finished product. This is what Dale's bibs look like when they're on and they're in use. They go around his neck, and then the plate sits on the bib, and when he eats, everything falls down in this pocket instead of on the floor. They work really, really well, and then when you're done, you can just throw them in the washing machine and have them for the next day. So I hope you like this tutorial, and I wish you luck in making your bibs. If you have any ideas about anything else you'd like to see, let me know, and say good night to Dale, and I hope you enjoy your dinners. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.